Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stop 5 for Hooman's Monster Jam Tour International Series. We have a very, very big show ahead of us. Points are really close. Only 2 points separate first and second place. That could change within the span of one competition. Let's find out what's going to happen. We are in Asturias, Spain. So yeah, let's see what will happen here. We're at Elite Lad Sports Club. And starting us off in the racing competition, we will have Joe Dennis driving NEA Police. Hello, Romeo. Alright, let's see what Joe Dennis can do, though, to start off the night. Alright, it's a very tight track here in Asturias. Monster's first show in Spain of the tour. We will be going there for the final stop in Dijon, Spain, at El Molin Stadium. Can't wait for that. Alright. And everyone, give it up for Joe Dennis in NEA Police. He will be getting a time of a 29.46. Alright, that is currently the time to beat. 29.46. So Bridgeport, I know this because of last year, but Bridgeport does not have, like, the proper stuff for streaming shows. So we will not be getting a stream from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Alright, 29.46. Let me put that in my Google Doc and get our next driver out to the track. My lord, that is a lot of... Oh, yeah. Alright, everyone, and our next driver is coming out to the track. She's bold. It is... Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. Let's see what she can do. Chelsea has at least one win on the series. I know she won Skills, back, a while back. But she, I think, has a freestyle win from that same show, but I honestly don't remember. Yeah, she had a very good showing there. It was our fourth stop, so whatever one that was. Now she's here in Asturias, trying to take the lead away in racing. Right, turning around the final corner. Alright. And your time is a 28.19, which means she is your new leader. 28.19, that is the score to beat from Chelsea Van Cleve. Alright. Yes, that is true. Glendale will be the only show getting live streamed this week. Glendale, I have a feeling, is going to be the best of all the shows. Alright, everyone, and next up, we have one of the best racers in the sport. It is Brandon Arthur, Blue Thunder. Alright, let's see what Brandon can do. Time to beat 28.19. I think he can do it. Brandon Arthur racing is easily his best competition. Still pretty good in skills, though. Sometimes gets unlucky, but racing, he is by far one of the best in. Had a very unlucky year so far this year. This has just been a very competitive tour with a lot of amazing drivers. Alright, and your time for Brandon Arthur in Blue Thunder is a 27.35. You think the best is Arlington, in my opinion, was the second worst show. Maybe not even just of the tour, but of the entire year. It was absolutely terrible. So is Houston. And yeah, it was. Yeah, both those tracks though, they're amazing tracks. The drivers just are getting extremely unlucky. I personally think that St. Louis was the best show, then Syracuse, then Arlington, and then Houston so far. I will say Arlington had the uh second best Sparkle Smash stunt though. Alright, next up we have MJ Rio. Let's see what he can do. Alright, well we started the timer a bit too early. So MJ gonna get a restage. MJ going all over the place. First ever tour that's on a bigger track. I don't really consider this a stadium series because we have the stadium series with stadium series in the name, so it's just its own little thing. A like barrel roll though, amazing run, and that will get him a time of a 27.19, which means he is your new leader. 27.19, that is your new leader, MJ Solorio. All right, there. Yeah, I can understand either Syracuse or St. Louis being the best shows, but personally, Arlington was literally it was just really bad, to be honest. You had Tristan's freestyle, you had the stunt, and that was really all you had. I'm gonna be completely honest. But next up, we have Charlie, Pock, and Gravedigger. Charlie's had a very unlucky season so far, so let's see what he can do. Personally, my favorite track so far has also been the St. Louis track. I really just liked how it felt like a World Finals track, sort of, and I don't know how else to explain that. But there were just so many different jumps and, like, ways you could hit it. It sort of feels like a toned-down World Finals track. All right, into your time is a 27.42, which will put him in third place. No, that's fair enough, because, I mean, I will say, I'm not going to judge you for your opinions unless you have some absolutely horrendous ones. But, like, just in my eyes, I really didn't enjoy Arlington too much. Alright. Doomsday, I completely gave up on trying to hide out who the driver was because it was extremely difficult. I accidentally said Mike Butters Jr. twice. And on multiple more occasions, I almost said his name. Glendale is the last stadium show of the year, unless you count Liwa Abu Dhabi, which I do not, because that's like a Tacoma thing. Alright, but let's see what Mike Butters Jr. can do. He's up next. Mike Butters Jr., I will say for Hooman's Monster Jam Tour Season 2, he will be back. He will be driving a different truck, though. But he's going to be doing pretty good, hopefully. Alright, going wide in the final turn. Alright, if he did not go wide in that final turn, he would have taken the lead. Time's a 27.62. Alright, 27.62. Gotta get our next driver out. Only 2 drivers left to go. See what you guys are saying in chat. Alright, just making sure my audio is working real quick. St. Louis was definitely one of the best shows, if not just straight up the best. It was also the only show that had the, that where you could do 2 hits, so yeah. But next up, we have Colt Stevens on Roars. Let's see what he can do. Colt Stevens got a racing win in Philadelphia. I think it was either Philadelphia or Foxborough. I think it was Philadelphia. Got a win there. Alright, and his time is a 27.69. No one has beat MJ Solario yet. Yeah, 27.69, that is your time for Colt Stevens. I hope that we get Tim Hall. I hope that Tim Hall Jr. gets a win. Alex Barding gets a win. Bryce Kenny gets a win, or Caleb Blood gets a win. If any of them get a win, I'd be happy. Alright. Alright, my predictions, though, for Glendale are Racing Bryce Kenny, Skills Tim Hall Jr., and Freestyle Caleb Blood. Those are my predictions. Alright, everyone, finishing up our racing competition, we have Peter Nyman. Will he be able to take the win? Let's find out. Peter Nyman, racing is his best competition. He has many racing wins. He also has a, from this series, I think he has a skills win, and he also has a freestyle win from the very first show after doing a crazy, forward momentum back, or just a front flip, actually. I know I say just a front flip, but yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, and he will easily take the lead with a 26.70. Gonna hit the back flip ramp. Alright, I think he's gonna celebrate a little. Alright. Looking to take that championship and win it at this show, like Cole Bernard did. Oh, and a nice save for little racing encore. But yeah, congratulations, 26.70. That will get him the win. And yeah. Camden very well could win a series next year. I would not be surprised. Alright, 8. Hmm. 5. Oh, Colt Stevens finished in 6th, which is not where you want to be. Alright, everyone. Now we are going into the 2-wheel skulls challenge, where each driver will have 2 attempts to get their best moves on 2 wheels. You guys will see tons of different moves, which I have been listing out, but I'm too lazy to do that today. Starting us off, we will have Joe Dennis and NEA Police. Alright, Joe Dennis. Oh, little bit of a hard landing, but still a fairly good move. Alright, just gonna drive right over the crush cars. Hello, Aiden. Alright, you lined up with that ramp wrong. Alright, and apparently he did not like it. Did not like his angle on it, or did not like how it was built. I don't know. Something like that. Going to the slap wheelie / send it jump. Really depends on how you hit it. Joe Dennis gonna get a slap wheelie off of it though. Not a particularly good one. Nice little bicycle move. Alright, get those scores into I don't know, get those scores in chat. That sounds nice, Aiden. SM is busy getting the lineup for Romeo, which is very nice. Your score, though, for Joe Dennis and NEA Police will be a 7.690. Alright, 7.690. Well, then, for your sake, I hope that they win. Alright. .690. And next up we have Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. She got a win in this competition at the third or fourth, I think it was fourth show on this tour. Yeah, it was the fourth show in Dresden. So, gonna go for the same move that Joe Dennis went for. Blowing the smoke right there. Alright. Chelsea Van Cleve. Very good first move. Alright. Bye, Aiden. Alright, Chelsea Van Cleve is going to go for the ramp that Joe Dennis decided to not hit. She's going to get it very nice. Alright. And give it up for Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. Also, Romeo, if you know the drivers, because if you don't know the drivers, I can announce them. Really, they're all driven by the person who you'd expect, except for Jurassic Attack's Tim Hall Jr. and Velociraptor's Alex Barden. So, yeah. We're trying to work together here. This very well could be SM. I honestly have no clue. Wait, what about Spokane last year? Yeah, Spokane last year didn't Tim Hall Jr. and Dalton both drive? I feel like they did. And your score for Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco is an 8.268. 8.268. That will give her the lead. Next up, we have Colt Stevens, Thunder Oris. Colt needs to have a really good run because, I mean, he wants to win the series, and currently Peter Nyman is 12th, or I think it's about 10 or so points ahead of him, so he's going to need to make those points back in the next 5 competitions on the tour, including this one. So Colt has to have the best skills run of his life right here, or next weekend in Dijon, Spain. Alright, Colt just walking it extremely far back. Alright, really good first move. See what he does on the second. Alright, an amazing run for Colt Stevens. A very nice second move. Very good first move as well, but get those scores locked in, everyone. Can't wait to see what you guys thought. Waiting for Romeo's score. And yeah, that's really it. Next driver is out onto the track, waiting to go. I'd say this is a really, it's a track, to say the least. It is literally just the track that we had on Stadium Series East and most of the international shows. And I have to say, this track, not that good. So yeah, your score for Colt Stevens in Thunder Roars is an 8.823. That means he is your new leader. 8.823. Putting him in the lead by a sizable amount. And next up, we have Mike Vaughters Jr. in Doomsday. Alright, gonna go for the same first move that we've seen from every driver so far. Ooh. He's not going to get that as well as he would have hoped. Actually, that doesn't even sound that bad. Can't see SM. Alright, and Mike Butters Jr. with a terrible run, just to be honest. Alright, get those scores locked in. I hope at the bare minimum Preston is on a tour next year. I hope it's not whichever Groth brother it was. Because, to be fair, while he did do good, whichever Groth brother it was, Preston I just really want to see, because I think that guy is going to do really good. Also, the Groth brother, whichever one it is, has already been on a series before, so let's get some new blood. I'm going to go to the Monster website. Alright, it's Tyler Groth. I assumed it was Tyler Groth, but yeah. Alright, let's see if anything else has been announced. I'm just looking at the website till we get your score in. Denver. I'd say Denver is the most underrated place for Monster Jam. They always have really good shows. Yeah, they still don't have it announced. But yeah. Get your score in. Alright, 7.400. And your score is a 4.852. That is in large part due to me. Because I really hated that run. 4.852, though, that is your score. Next up, we have Charlie Pock and Gravedigger. Oh! 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 Oh, Charlie! Charlie! Oh, Charlie's! Oh, he's on the other side! What? Oh! Oh, he's on the other side! Oh my god! Charlie Pocken. I think he broke the truck. He broke the rear end of the truck from doing all of that. Alright. His back of the truck is literally broken. Alright, I think he was just contemplating on what to do. He's lining up for a tombstone with a broken truck. This is stupid. And it will work. Never mind. Alright. But get those scores locked in. Amazing first move, and I think that counts for a lot. But you do have to keep in mind his second move did not go at all how he wanted it to. Because he had a broken truck. So yeah. Also, we have a new friend. We have Rex, the Rexter _ JMJIT. Hello there. I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were Romeo for a second. That is not right. Alright, and your score is an 8.730. That will put him in second place. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Brandon Arthur, Blue Thunder. See what he can do. Yeah, I saw an orange R, and I was like, oh, it's Romeo. And then I read the name, and I was like, wait a second, that's not Romeo. Alright. Brandon Arthur, though, coming out the track. Still, always amazing to have new people in chat. Always makes me happy. Last show, we had Who's Ready for Monster Jam join the chat, which was certainly not what I expected. Alright, a very good first move for Brandon Arthur. Alright, Brandon Arthur got third in racing, coming out trying to do good in skills. Alright. Walking the truck back. Walking the truck forward. Brandon Arthur looking to have a good run right here. Alright, everyone, get those scores locked in. Score to beat 8.823. See if Brandon Arthur can take that away. I do agree. Brandon is good in every single competition. Alright, and your score for Brandon Arthur is an 8.644. 8.644, that is your score for Brandon Arthur. Alright, everyone, next up we have MJ, Solario, Scooby-Doo. Alright, MJ. Looking to do good here. Gonna get a moonwalk off of a ramp that we have not seen yet. Alright, very good first move. Do think he probably would have liked to hold it longer. Walking it all the way up to the dumpster. Gonna set it on the dumpster. Alright, gonna start walking it back now, thankfully. Alright, walking it up the ramp. Walking it down the ramp. This is lasting extremely long. This may be the longest wheel kills run we've had so far. It's up there with Charlie Pocket's bicycle. Alright, and another combo. I don't know why I said another combo, but just say combo. Alright, but get those scores locked in. Very good run for MJ Solorio, especially for that second move. We only have one driver left, so let's see who will get the win. Current leader, Colt Stevens led Auroras with an 8.823. And your score is an 8.615 for MJ Solorio and Scooby-Doo. All right, everyone, now our final driver of the show, we have Peter Nyman in Earthshaker. All right, let's see what Peter can do. All right, Peter's gonna line up with that, saying, hey, I don't like that, actually. All right, now going back here. Line up the truck. Looks like he's going to go for a slap wheel like Joe Dennis did. Joe Dennis, though, I will say, did not get too good of a slap wheelie. Peter Nyman, though, a clean slap wheelie across the track. Going all the way to the dumpsters, across the entire stadium. Oh, going back, so maybe he did like what he saw that first time. He was like, alright, I'm going to save this for later. Alright, currently the driver in first is the person who is challenging him for the series lead, so Peter trying to have a really good run right here. Alright. Oh, a combo move for Peter Nyman. Gonna get into a wheelie. Get those scores locked in. Score to beat 8.823. Right, as we're getting the track ready for freestyle. You guys are getting your scores in, hopefully, in chat. Hey, boy. Alright. And your score is an 8.665 for Peter Nyman. Alright, that means that your skills winner is Thunderoris Colt Stevens. Give it up for him. Alright, we are getting our freestyle track set up. And you know what? I'll put a crush something out there. Just because I'm feeling nice. Alright, I hope you guys are excited because next Thursday, 7 days from right now, we will be having our Halloween stream. This Halloween stream will have a 16 truck lineup. It'll be on Halloween Eve, which is ironic considering Halloween is All Hallows Eve. But regardless, it will be a Halloween stream the day before Halloween with 16 trucks all competing in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's going to be a great time, and I hope you all are there to see it, because we are going to be having a lot of fun. If you aren't there, you are missing out. Alright, let me see what... There are no camper vans. Oh, that's why. Whoops. Where are you, camper vans? Alright, well... I put this on the track first. Keeps wanting to slide away. Alright, come here. No, not like that. Not that fast. And 0. Alright. Let's move it back a little, actually. If not, that would provide for some very bad crashes. Alright, you know what? That's it. I'm done. We're just... Move. Yeah, I'm not being nice to you anymore, camper. Alright, literally just sit down. Sit. Good, camper. Alright. Now I need to add the points all up. Let me do that real quick. Intermission in the meantime, so... I don't know, if someone joins chat, just tell them, hey guys, don't go, he's counting points. Because I am counting points. Alright, everyone, get those phones out. I want to see you turn on those flashlights and go up, down, 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 up, down. Alright, everyone, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Alright, starting us off, we have Joe Dennis driving NEA Police. Alright, Joe Dennis gonna start off. Nice little, oh, almost going over right there. A little slap wheelie though. Alright, 30 seconds down, minute 30 to go. Oh, Joe Dennis going over with a minute left on the clock from a donut. Get those scores locked in. A really good run up to that point. All right. Get those scores locked in. You guys are going to decide who goes out next. And your score for Joe Dennis in NEA is a 5.602. 5.602 is the score for Joe Dennis and NEA Police. Next up, though, we have Mike Waters Jr., former World Finals Freestyle Champion in Doomsday. Gonna start out with some nice air. Really huge air. Oh, that doesn't look like it felt good. Doesn't seem to have done anything bad to the truck, though, I will say. Alright, no one's hit the camper yet. Don't know if they're, like, afraid of it, or if they just haven't gotten around to it, or it's just not in their, like, they're just driving and it never gets in their path of destruction. Alright, turning around. Mike Waters Jr. going for the first backflip of the night. Alright, backflip to wheelie walk the plank. Very nice for him. And looks like he's gonna go for the camper. Gonna just completely jump over it. I'd argue that takes more strength than to, or more skill than to smash through it. Amazing air, though. Alright, 20 seconds left on the clock. Mike Waters Jr. Oh, that weird way to hit a jump. That's going to hurt him. And then he's going to just go backwards. Alright, he's going to get one more jump. Let's see what he can do for his final jump. Nice air across the entire track. Alright, get those scores locked in chat. Current score to beat 5.602. That should be able to beat that with no problems. And your score is an 8.663 for Mike Waters Jr. That will put him in the lead. Alright. 8.663. Next up, we have Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. See what she can do. Alright, will she be the first driver to smash the camper? Alright. Third driver out for freestyle. Did really good in Dresden, Germany. a very good, not Dresden, in Berlin, my bad. In Berlin, Germany, she had a very good freestyle. She might have won it there. I know she won skills at that show, but I don't remember if she won freestyle or not. Regardless, she had a good freestyle run. You can try and get a freestyle win here. Alright, another huge jump over the camper. Wonder if we are going to get a hit off of that tonight. Because I will say, whenever someone hits the camper, I will respawn it. And she will hit it! El Toro Loco, yellow El Toro Loco careening through a camper. Old school vibe, sort of. Alright, it's gonna hit it a second time. Hello, Yoshi, Maddie, and Bradley Games. Alright, so she got way too little, like, speed going into that. And then she just powered out of it. Chelsea Van Cleve with a really good run so far. Alright, and she's gonna get one more jump, because that is assuming she does not get stuck on the camper, though. Alright, one more jump, though. Part of the camper stuck in her chassis, and she does not care. Alright, that's her final jump. Got those scores locked in. Current score to be 8.663, laid down by Mike Waters Jr. Will that take the lead? Let's find out. Alright, Scooby-Doo up next. MJ Solorio, who's been on a roll when it comes to freestyle on the series. Absolutely fantastic. Romeo, get your score in. And then we will have our next freestyle. One second. Alright, thank you. Your score is an 8.550. That'll put her in second place. Alright, next up we have MJ Solorio, Scooby-Doo. I'm gonna start off the same way Mike Waters Jr. started his run. Same jump. MJ had an amazing freestyle last show. Almost won, but Colt Stevens, if my memory serves me right, swooped in at like the last moment with an amazing freestyle. One of the best freestyles of the entire year, but so was MJ Solorio, so really just goes to show how good of a show it was. Alright. So far, a fairly good run. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I mean, this could take the lead very easily. Huge air over the camper. Hello, Monster Jam Fan 2012. Alright, MJ Solario lining up for the backflip. Alright. Very over-rotated, but comes out of it. Still with a clean and non-broken truck. Alright, just gonna hit the camper van across the track. Now he's gonna jump over it from its new position. And with 20 seconds left, a nice bicycle save. Alright, MJ Solario really in contention for the lead right now. Alright, gonna crush the camper. Alright, one more jump because why not? Oh! And an awesome crash. Oh. An awesome crash to end off his freestyle. Bye, Romeo. Hope you have a good day. But MJ Solario just gonna end crushing that camper and then just destroying his truck. All right. What, Monster Jam Fan 2012? What is it? All right, 8.7 from SM Danigo. I did not see that, honestly. All right, your score is an 8.798 for MJ Solario, meaning he is your new leader. All right, 8.798. Next up, we have Blue Thunder, driven by Brandon Arthur. All right, only 3 freestyles left. Current leader MJ Solario, actually 4 freestyles left. We are halfway through. Will Brandon Arthur be able to take the lead? Well, with a huge way to start off the run doing that, there's a good chance for certain. Amazing jump. All right. Oh, he broke the rear left tire off somehow. How in the world did that even happen? All right, his entire chassis is falling apart. The front end is broken. Still going for a backflip. Can he save it? But the front end is broken. The rear end is broken. Both ends are just absolutely demolished. Alright, this is just a crazy freestyle. Brandon Arthur, I do not even know how he is still going. A save, though. Chaotic freestyle for sure. Has to beat MJ Solario, which, I mean, it could do, but this run isn't actually that good, to be fair. Alright, time's up. Alright, get those scores locked in. And your score is an 8.491 for Brandon Arthur. That means still in the lead, MJ Solario in Scooby-Doo. All right, we're down to our final three, though. Next up, we have World Finals Freestyle Champion, Colt Stevens, Thunder Roaring. Completely forgot to put a new camper on the track, but you know what? No. It's fine. Colt Stevens is a world champion. He knows what he needs to do. Oh, nice little save right there. He's about to go over. Alright, nice air. A very good run so far from Colt Stevens. Could use with a good save, but I mean, this is pretty on par with MJ Solario's run. Alright, I sort of backflip to moonwalk. Not really, but I mean, kind of. Alright, well, Colt Stevens gonna get some huge air. Nice sky wheelie. Alright, he wants to make sure he can get this tour win, and he's going all out here to make sure he can. Oh! I said he could use with a good save earlier, and this might be just that. No, it's going to be a good crash, though. Get those scores locked in. Score to be 8.798. All right. Only 2 drivers left. All right, and your score is an 8.482. 8.482. What is it, Monster Jam Fan 2012? You said my name 3 times now. Alright, next up we have Charlie Pock and Engraver. Current freestyle leader still MJ Solario. He did get the camper back on the track. What will Charlie Pocken be able to do, though? Alright, sending it across the track. Charlie Pocken trying to get a freestyle win. Don't think he's gotten any wins yet on the season, but he has been doing really well. Oh my, nice! Nice little save almost right there. Alright. Going for the backflip. Alright, backflip to wheelie for Charlie Pocken. Gonna walk that wheelie. Good amount. Oh, gonna absolutely destroy the camper. Also gonna break something in the back of his truck. But he does not care. That's the second time his truck has been broken today. Once earlier from the best bicycle I have seen in my entire life. Now from hitting the camper at full speed. MJ Solario, if I'm him, I am absolutely terrified. Alright, just absolutely went towards the side, didn't even hit anything on the others. And he's gonna fall into the stands with 7 seconds left. They're gonna shut him off for that. 8.798 though. 1 driver left. Who will it be? Well, actually, I think we all know who it is. But who will be the winner? I suppose is a better thing to say. Alright, 8.3 in the chat. Did I see your chat? All I've seen in chat is you saying Hooman. I have not seen anything else. I'm gonna be completely honest. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have final driver of the night. It is Peter Nyman in freestyle. I forgot to do that. Oh, now I went. Alright. There. Alright, slap wheelie. Basically repeating his dual skills run. Will MJ Solario get the freestyle win? Gonna need to impress both me and SM Danigo, plus Monster Jam Fan 2012 if he is scoring. I do not know, honestly. Alright, nice sky wheeler. Alright. Oh, And Peter Nyman gonna hit the stands. We're going to pause the timer. Alright, we're going to make sure nothing is wrong with the truck. Alright, rear steer is working. Alright, waiting for the officials. Alright, and been cleared to start his run again. Alright, 1 minute, 7 seconds left on the clock. Hit the stands, but you know what? Who really cares? That's the stadium's problem, not Peter's. Alright. Nice air. Peter Nyman with an amazing save and hitting the stands in the process of the save, so really cool move. Will he be able to get the win? Alright. I mean, that save could get him the win since there's not been too many good saves at this show. Alright, but 20 seconds left. Just going to slam into... Alright, now he's going to crush the camper. First driver to crush the camper and not have any side effects at all. This truck has absolutely zero things wrong with it. Alright, final jump. And... Oh, an awesome way to go out. Get those scores locked in. Final run of the night. We're going to get our encore setup. Ooh, it's a very close score. Your score is an 8.775. That means he will get second place. And your freestyle winner will be MJ Solo Rio in Scooby-Doo. Congratulations. I can say without a doubt, though, Peter Nyman in Earthshaker has not won the series. Actually, wait. Let me check points. 7. Alright, let me put in the score. Alright, I'm just quickly checking to see. Alright, I do not think Peter Nyman has won the series. I'd be absolutely shocked if he has. If he has, though, I will make a post about it on YouTube, the same website we are on right now. But yeah, we're gonna get our encore out onto the track. What do I want to do for an encore? You know what? Let's do that. Because I'm just lazy right now. Alright, everyone. We have BeamNG Drive. The monster truck. Alright, this is your encore. Not being driven by anyone. I don't know. Alright, just say whoever you want it to be driving it, they're driving it. I don't really care. I'm just trying to have fun on here. Alright. Alright, a nice little, like, pirouette on the front. gonna go for a corkscrew, gonna get it perfectly. Alright, everyone. Thank you all for watching. I had a lot of fun doing the stream. Hope you all had a lot of fun watching it. Next Monday, we will be back for Arena Series Blue. They will be going to some city that I forgot. Oh yeah, they're going to Tacoma next weekend. One of the biggest arena tracks, Tacoma. It's gonna be awesome. Hope you all are there and hope you all have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun this stream. Hope you all had a lot of fun as well. I already said that.